Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion here in my library with my copy of Hyrule Historia hiding behind me. This is Nintendo News. Let us get to that news. First of all, Mr. Miyamoto and Mr. Aonuma are already talking about a brand new Zelda game for the Switch. Not Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is basically done, so in case you don't know this about Zelda Team, as soon as they complete a game, sometimes even before they complete a game, they are already developing their next game. So this talk clearly indicates that, yeah, there's definitely going to be another Zelda game for the Switch, and that they might be using the same engine as Breath of the Wild, which, who could blame them? It seems like it's an amazing engine, and they talked about in more recent interviews about how that was their intention, is they wanted to use it because they'd spent so much time developing it. So if they could quickly get out another game, maybe not a year after Breath of the Wild, but like, you know, a year and a half or 2 years, that would be super smart of them. It would be like a Majora's Mask sort of situation where Ocarina of Time came out, and then just a year later Majora's Mask came out to capitalize on that. That'd be a really good idea. But Mr. Aonuma was more positive about that in the interview. Mr. Miyamoto kind of quibbled it a bit. He said, basically, well, I mean, of course there will be another Zelda game after Breath of the Wild. Whether it comes out on the Switch or the next console is another matter altogether, but there has to be another Zelda game because that's Mr. Aonuma's job, and otherwise he'd be out of a job, which is a little silly. I mean, I could imagine a situation where Mr. Aonuma steps back from Zelda and lets somebody else take over, and then Mr. Aonuma develops completely different non-Zelda games like he keeps talking about wanting to do. So, anyways, I digress. The point is, Mr. Miyamoto says, you know, on our next console after the Switch, of course there'll be a Zelda. Mr. Aonuma seems to be indicating that on the Switch there will be another Zelda after Breath of the Wild, so wow, that's, I can't even wait to play Breath of the Wild, let alone whatever this next Zelda game is going to be. If you want to read their exact quotes, there's a link down there for you. Our next story is kind of bizarre. It's about the fact that, according to Reggie Fils-Aimé, the Switch will not have any multimedia functions at launch. They're not ruling it out entirely, but if you were looking to do things like Hulu or YouTube or Netflix or whatever on the Switch, that's not happening. They said they're focusing entirely just on video games, and that's all the Switch is going to be at launch. I think they learned their lesson from the Wii U, which was trying too hard to be everything. I think from launch it had that TV thing, so it was like trying to act as your TV remote, like, compilation database thing. It was just trying to be way too much. It had a YouTube app, all of the apps. It sounds like they're done with that kind of approach, and now they're just focusing on the games, but let's be real, they likely will come out with those kinds of apps, but just not at launch, so I guess I'll have to keep accessing those through my regular ways. Our next story is about the fact that a lot of people are learning things about the Switch that they are taking, in my opinion, too negatively. Like, I read this whole article about how somebody was furious that the Joy-Con controllers didn't charge in the Joy-Con grip, that the grip should just inherently be able to charge them. And it's like, but they already have plenty of battery life, the Joy-Con controllers. They don't need to recharge in the grip. I mean, you just recharge them by putting them on the Switch itself in the docking mode, and that charges it. Besides, there does exist a charging Joy-Con grip, it's just not prepackaged. So if you find yourself playing for more than like 5 hours straight, you can go ahead and buy a charging Joy-Con grip. There's another accessory that's kind of like that stand thing that we had for the Wii U, so we could set it on like a tabletop and play that way, but it charges the Switch that way. I think for me, all of these charging devices are a little unnecessary. I can't imagine myself playing for more than a couple hours at a time, except I guess with Breath of the Wild I'm probably going to be playing practically all day, so maybe I'll take this all back. Never mind. Anyways, that is it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys tomorrow for more news. Bye guys.